How about them Raiders?
Raiders!
Marshawn Lynch is back. According to reports from Pro Football Talk, Marshawn Lynch is going to sign with the Oakland Raiders in some form of trade to get him off of the Seattle Seahawks books. It seems like the Raiders have the money. The Seahawks don't want him on the books. They don't want to pay him anymore. He's coming out of retirement because like he was kind of still being paid on the books of a team. He was still with a team. So he wasn't super retired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by this?
Yeah, I get you.
He's like
Beast mode's back. That's what you're trying to say.
I said it. He's back. Marshawn Lynch is back.
So
1,200 yards rushing, one Beastquake 80-yard run in Week 15 to secure the playoff spot. Probably another playoff Beastquake run. 52 touchdowns.
That's what you're thinking this year? So that's what my next question is going to be, is like, towards the end of his Seahawks career, taking that into account, do you still see him being beneficial to this Raiders team?
I love Marshawn Lynch. So yeah,
aside from the fact that he drives around in the carts and throws water at people and he's great Skittles commercial guy.
Here's what I think. I think he's a good locker room presence. I don't like, he has antics, don't get me wrong. Like he eats the Skittles on the sideline. He's got the weirdest press conferences. I think that locker rooms like Marshawn Lynch. I think the players like Marshawn Lynch. I'm basing this completely off of speculation. Just seemed like he was a good Seahawk. Seemed like they rallied around that. Now, it's a team of big personalities. The Raiders should be a team of big personalities too, considering they're going to be going into this season. They didn't lose Derek Carr. They actually might have gotten an AFC playoffs between the Raiders and the Patriots. It might have been interesting, but yeah. Derek Carr. David Carr? Derek Carr. The good Carr. The Carr we like. But he's back, and I think this makes sense for, obviously, the Seahawks don't want to pay him, so that makes sense. He's been out for a year. It's the NFL. It's the most bruising sport in America. Therefore, a year off can only help you. I'd trust Marshawn Lynch with a year off more so than him playing any bit of last season. And I think Adrian Peterson is always going to be capable of pulling out Adrian Peterson-like numbers, and the ceiling for Peterson's higher than the ceiling for Marshawn Lynch. But if you got to sign somebody, I think it's saying something that teams seemed more interested in Lynch than they have for Peterson. Peterson has not signed anywhere yet, correct? He's still on the open market. So is Jamal Charles.
Just when you think Adrian Peterson's starting to slouch, he pulls out that switch on you.
Oh, man. Oh, that was pretty funny. I mean, it was good.
It was good with the dagger.
Yeah, it's fine. It passes.
He's got it. Give you a pat. Look at him. He's just kind of like,
I thought it was.
He's so upset with himself that he didn't get the better reaction. Oh, Mike
poor taste.
Mike up.
That's why it doesn't get full credit. Poor taste.
No, not poor taste. It was good. It just wasn't.
I'm satisfied with it.
I liked it. That's all that matters.
I'm giving myself a B+.
That's all that matters.
2 points for Jacory from Jacory.
Look, first of all, Marshawn Lynch being back in the NFL, good for a lot of reasons. Again, the press conferences, always something to be interested in, always something that's fun to watch. I don't know what Marshawn Lynch's legacy is. Like, he's never going to be considered the best running back of his generation, but he has like 2 or 3 of the most amazing runs of the last decade. I mean, the one against the Saints, the Beastquake, the Hold My Dick. I almost got Ben to do that, by the way, Ben Mank.
No, really?
We were talking about that like 2.5 years ago. I said, he's like, Ben goes, what's it called? He goes, hold my dick. So you jump back. Do it, Ben. He goes, no.
He would never do that. No. He's also got one of the most badass high school tapes of all time.
Marshawn Lynch does have a badass high school. We could probably throw it a part of.
It just trucks people, man.
Look at that. He's been doing it
non-stop. And that's what I love about him and Adrian Peterson is like, regardless of whether or not they're in that time of their career where they're still able to do it, you're always watching with the anticipation that anything can happen. You're watching it with the idea that at one point this guy can just literally bulldoze his way through, and he's an intelligent player, and I think he understands, and I still think that he is holding an agenda after not being given that last play to run the ball. Instead, they threw it. So maybe he needs to right that wrong, and maybe he wants to do it with the Raiders. So much to Edwin's happiness if he does.
2015 was his last playing season. So 2 years ago, he played 7 games, ran for 417 yards and 3 touchdowns. It's not the best of Marshawn Lynch's years, but it's effective on a team that already has the most explosive, the most explosive offense in the AFC next year. Maybe not the best offense because the Patriots will run their calculated diagonal slant, run the white guy over the middle, and friggin' throw it to him.
That's the idea.
For 6 yards at a time. But they do. They have the most explosive. I mean, what's his name's going into his 3rd season? Rookie Amari Cooper, when he was a rookie, he was explosive then. Obviously got better last year and is going to probably break out again this year. Who am I missing on that team altogether, though? I mean, it's not just Amari Cooper. It's not just Carr. Who? Crabtree. Had a great season last year, Michael Crabtree. And they got Khalil Mack, so those are like 2 of the hardest hitting guys in the league. I wonder if they're going to go against each other in practice.
Interesting. Could be something to watch out for. I don't think there's anything wrong with a little raw competition.
You should make Khalil Mack tight end for a couple plays.
That'd be interesting.
Couple plays. Do the J.J. Watt thing. Guys, can you imagine?
Get in.
How about them Raiders?
How about them Raiders?
How about them Raiders?